So I just recorded the entire video about the FBI getting caught with their, hand in the cookie jar again. Okay. Whistleblowers saying that they were intentionally fabricating predication for their investigations. It's a very good video. And by the way, I was on one, dude. Like, I know when I'm being funny. I will tell you that right now. I know when I'm being funny. This video is funny, man. So stick around for it. But just to start us off on a really good foot here, I wanted to show you guys a couple things, okay? So like I said, I do a segment at the very end about this. But I think when you see a thing like this, right, that Kyle Kulinski apparently is organizing, right, or helping promote at the very least. He posts this, not a reshare. I think it's going to be clear who the nerds are, okay? Like, who are the cool kids and who are the nerds? And I mean that, like, seriously, as like a grown-up married person with 3 kids, okay? Like, do not get it twisted. Nerds are still a very real thing, and this is how you know, okay? Listen to this. No Kings 2.0 national protest. And that's right. We're doing it on what day? 4th of July. You're like, 4th of July? Yes. Independence without tyranny. Freedom for all. Justice for all. No kings. Join us on 4th of July. What? On 4th of July? Yes. What, are you going to say something that we're being anti-American? I'm like, no, you're being a fucking nerd. Okay? You want to know what I'm doing 4th of July? I'm going to my buddy's ranch. We're going to be swimming in the pool, going out on boats, and lighting off like thousands of dollars in firecrackers for our children. Okay? Barbecue, beer, booze, and whatever. Like, it's 4th of July, dude. What are you going to do? Well, I have my picket signs all ready, and I am going to be sticking it to the man. And you're all, hey, you realize that no one is going to be listening to you. Like, on 4th of July, so you guys are going to be out in the street, and then so you can just blah, 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 blah at each other. Y'all, we have to do this. We got to take it to Trump. Every single other person is going to be at a barbecue, very unlikely even looking at their phone, right? Because they're going to be having fun, because they're not complete fucking nerds like you guys, okay? Like, to do it on 4th of July, you may as well literally just make perfectly clear once and for all, the cool kids are on the other team. Cool kids are on the other team, dude. Because we're doing a national protest on 4th of July. It's so stupid. Hey, Kyle, have fun at the No Kings protest. Hey, like Kyle's girl, Crystal Ball, like she's like, she just has to pretend like she's on board with this. Like, she had her heart set on, a pool and like going to the river. And then Kyle's all, no, this is too important. She's all, you're right, Kyle. You're right, Kyle. And suddenly she starts thinking, maybe the grass is greener on the other side. I'm just saying she has a history of, finding situations that are better than the one that she's currently in. I heard that's how Kyle and her ended up together. Whatever, whatever. Something tells me her ex-husband is going to be at a barbecue. Hey, I wonder what the kids are doing. They're all, hey, do you want to go with daddy to a barbecue? We're going to be hanging out. He's going to be hanging out with a bunch of new girls that are looking cool. At a pool. You want to go do that with a bunch of other kids or partying? Or you want to go to the No Kings 2.0 protest? They're all, God, man, sucks. Mom sucks, man. You're all, yeah, she does, dude. She really, really does. Hey, you know who else sucks, though? Anyone who has not already liked this video and subscribed to my channel. Oh, man, this is so good. This is so good. So, we're going to take a look during this video at the FBI emails that were between a handful of agents and the Department of Justice during the Biden administration, and their seeming obsession with trying to pile on charges onto Trump, where maybe the charges just did not belong at all, or just are, like in this case that we're going to look at, are so ridiculous that they were actually looking for a way to charge him that it just establishes exactly what's going on. I mean, listen, dude, I don't think we necessarily need a whole lot of additional evidence to know what was going on there. They're like, so New York has changed the law where if there are any assault survivors, we're going to, for 1 year, extend the statute of limitations to 1,000 years ago. And you have to get your complaint in by this date. And then after that, we're going back to normal. Okay. We're going back to normal. So this is the one time you can do it. Okay. And this is totally unrelated to this complete and total psycho lunatic, E. Jean Carroll, who says that Donald Trump graped her, in the least likely story of any accuser in history. Okay. Like, if you don't know, if you've never actually listened to E. Jean Carroll's story, I would suggest you actually, at some point, okay, it's not like that entertaining, but just, at some point, don't read about it. Look it up on YouTube and listen to her tell the story, okay? Because if you read it on paper, I mean, it still sounds completely non-believable and stupid, but nothing will capture it better than her telling the story herself. Watch the one where she talked to Anderson Cooper and told the story. She is so crazy that it is like, if she told me that, she picked up a bottled water from a bodega on the way to her hotel in New York, I would be like, I don't know, dude. This doesn't seem like a very reliable person. They're all, why would she lie about picking up a bottle of water? I'd be like, dude, I don't understand crazy people's brains. This chick is batshit. Like, she's legitimately crazy. And also, the story she's telling is essentially equivalent to me being like, yes, so last night I found Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan, who happened to be playing golf at my golf course, and I invited them to a party at my house, and they came, and they called all the players from the Bulls 1996 team. They flew in on private jets. And we just partied, man. We just partied. They're all going to deny it because I did get prostitutes to entertain them. And so obviously, if anybody asks them directly, they're just going to say it's not true. But it's true. It's like, all right, Jesse on Fire, that sounds super believable. That's E. Jean Carroll's story about how Donald Trump graped her 150 years ago when she was 20. She's literally almost 200 years old also. So, yeah. So the fact that they actually ran with that case, dude, she won the civil trial. They awarded her like $80 million. And then they're like, how else can we get him? And then in New York, they ran the thing with the, the real estate one. They're like, he inflated the values of his buildings when he was getting lending. And you're like, okay, what are you talking about? He overstated the values when he got these loans. And you're like, what loans? All the loans that he got with the collateral where he overstated the value. And you're like, okay, and where are these loans now? They're all, well, he fully paid them off with interest. You're all, so he got the loans, fully paid them off with interest. The bank obviously considers him a great customer. And obviously, if you overstated the value of real estate in a transaction, the victim would be the bank, right? Except that he paid it back in full. So where's the victim exactly? Oh, and also, by the way, numbskulls, do you know whose job it is to verify the value of the buildings that are being used as collateral? The banks, okay? Like when you're going to refinance your house, and you're taking money from a bank to get a different rate, and then they send out an appraiser. You have to get your value. You have to get an appraisal done, and it has to have a bunch of comps, and then you give it to them. Right? You need to have, like, it needs to be done. You have to have an appraiser. They'll send their own appraiser out in many cases. Okay. Like, this is on the bank, Dunskies. And they turned that into some gigantic crime, and they fined him $500 million. And then, the thing that they did with he paid an invoice. He paid an invoice, you say. They're all, yes. He paid a $100,000 invoice from his attorney out of campaign funds, and ipso facto, 34 felonies. You're all, hang on. He paid an invoice that his attorney turned in. That's correct. And he did it out of campaign funds. That's a huge campaign, finance violation or something. It's like, that's like a misdemeanor, it's a misdemeanor at best. And it's already past the statute of limitations. They're all, no, it's actually 34 felonies. You're all, okay. So the crime is he writes a check from the campaign to his attorney who billed him $100,000 for consulting when he knew that $100,000 was actually to go to pay off some porn star. So she'd sign a non-disclosure agreement and not disclose the completely legal thing that they had done together and nuke his campaign. They're all, Right. You're like, so why wouldn't he have paid her off like prior to running for president if it was unrelated to him running for president? Well, it's not my place to speculate. You're all, so it is a campaign cost though. Like, I mean, right? Why else would he pay her? So anyway, that was the environment that, we found ourselves in. And now, now the FBI emails revealed the post-expose Biden's DOJ's obsession with piling on Trump charges. Listen to this, dude. Okay, so this is what it's about. You guys remember when the January 6th like insurrectionists that were being held, like forever. They did like some choir thing to raise money, right? Okay, this is what this is about. They were trying to charge Trump with a crime because the J6 people in the prison like sang a song hoping to raise money for their families while they were locked up. Okay? So anyway, let's just read this though. So in 2023, emails obtained by Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Chuck Grassley revealed exclusively to the Post are an example of nitpicking malice anti-Trump lawfare that tainted the special counsel Jack Smith's investigation during Joe Biden's presidency. Okay, so listen to this. Can we do some work to nail down Trump's role in this? Writes prosecutor J.P. Cooney in an email with the subject line, J6 prisoner choir /DJT. And an attached Forbes article titled Trump collaborates on song with January 6 defendants. Okay. All right. Listen to this part too. Cause like when you actually get into the details of the charity, it proves exactly who the good guys are. This is not, this should be proving the opposite. Okay. So Cooney was a deputy special counsel who worked with both Robert Mueller and Smith in the Get Trump special counsel investigations. Okay. So listen to this. This is them talking. Right? According to this Forbes article, Trump recorded the Pledge of Allegiance at Mar-a-Lago, and Kash Patel and Ed Henry were also involved. The profits are rooted to an LLC run by Henry, and proceeds are intended for families of incarcerated J6 defendants. But there is apparently a vetting process that excludes families of defendants who attacked police officers. These are all the people who were walking around and have been in prison indefinitely for nothing. After you have videos of the police escorting them into the building, almost like they wanted it to happen as a pretense to what happened, guys? Hey, what happened? They did everything they could to not allow Trump to run for president again as a result of this J6 thing. Oh, and also they used it to kick him off of all social media platforms. Hey, that worked out. Because then he went and started his own and then, ended up being worth $3 to $4 billion more just based on his publicly traded, Truth Social stock. So everything they ever did with Trump just blew up in their face. That's what's so funny about this now. Is this kind of thing infuriated me when, before he was president, because it was just so unjust and just so dirty. They were playing so dirty and they were doing it in absolutely wide open for everyone to see. And you're just like, I don't understand how anyone could think that if your choices are Donald Trump or this completely openly corrupt system that is doing it in wide open in front of you, and this is coming on the back after they did COVID, dude. They locked us in our houses for 2.5 years, dude. Okay. They covered up all of the evidence about the jab causing myocarditis in young boys at the same time as every college campus was mandating that the college age kids all got it. Okay. They're like, yeah, this is going to potentially cause permanent heart tissue trauma to some of these kids, and they're at much higher risk if they're between 14 and 22 and they're men or whatever. And they're like, listen, we can't let this get out. And they're all, hey, you got to call on line 3. Hey, what are we doing about the college mandates? And I'll make sure that every single college mandates the shot. And they're all, wait, hang on. I have someone on hold. Hey, I'm sorry. So what did you say? They're all, well, we said that we know now for sure that the, shots they're causing myocarditis. And they're like, Okay, well, obviously just bury it. Like, why do you need to call me about this? Obviously, we're not going to let anyone know that. Bye. I don't know. Like, how could anyone trust anything that has come out of any outlet that was responsible for that stuff? But again, just reiterating, everything they tried to do to Trump blew up in their faces, okay? Like, think all the way up to where, like, oh, let's just say that we just assumed that maybe there was something more than a lone shooter going on in Butler, Pennsylvania, and there might have been some conspirators, that set that up and then did like a 12 or $1.2 million or 1.2 million share short sale of DJT stock the day before Butler rally, and then after he didn't get killed, they're all, never mind, that was an accident, clerical error. That was supposed to be 1,200 shares, not 1.2 million. There was a problem with the zeros. So, and they're all, okay, cool, that's fine. Hey, nothing suspicious here. Hey, who are the main investors in this Austin whatever investment fund? They're like George Soros and Dick Cheney and some others. You're all, and they had a clerical error. Okay, so a fund that has Soros and Cheney money in it accidentally did a trade to short sale 1.2 million shares of DJT the day before someone shot him. And when he didn't die, they realized that they had done a rounding error clerical problem. And that sounds like a likely story to you. Well, yes. And also, E. Jean Carroll is telling the truth. And I do believe you that the Bulls came to barbecue at your house and they did lots of blow and prostitutes. All right. Well, I'll just keep in mind that you guys will believe anything. But it's really funny to think about. It's like, dude, you think about how many like young children probably got sacrificed during this. They're like, God, we keep sacrificing these babies and everything keeps going wrong. Like, geez, man, why isn't this working? This always works. God, he must be over there sacrificing 1 million babies somehow. He's beating us. We just got to kill more kids. That's a terrible joke. That's a Pizzagate joke, just for the record. If that just sounded totally crazy to you, the Pizzagators got it. Anyway, okay, so here we go. So I asked Ahmed to preserve this last night. I'll talk to Maria and Aaron and Julia about doing some follow-up here to nail down Trump's role in the J6 choir, okay? He also said his email was forwarded to 8 agents and DOJ staff, including notorious anti-Trump FBI special agent Walter Giordina, who responded 2 days earlier to say he was investigating the claims in the Forbes article about Trump and the J6 prisoner choir. Esther and I are working on this today. We're going to get together our findings at 2 and get something to you shortly after that. And that's when you'll know it's time to arrest him for 69 felony charges. You're all 69 felony charges. Oh, yes, because he did the Pledge of Allegiance at Mar-a-Lago and, took a video of that, which aided this nefarious fundraiser that these imprisoned people did to try to raise money for their families while they were unable to earn money because the government was holding them after they had been let into the Capitol by the police. I mean, I don't know. Oh, we'll turn it into a RICO. It's so ridiculous, dude. It's so ridiculous, okay? So check this out. Whistleblowers have told Grassley that Giordina, whatever, openly stated his desire to investigate Trump, even if it meant false predication, because of his hostility to the past and future president. Openly stated his desire to investigate Trump, even if it meant false predication. So what that means, guys, if you're not familiar with predication, is it means they had no reason at all to be investigating him and they didn't care and they would fake something to be able to start investigating him. Hey, there's no crime, but if we make something up so that we can investigate him, then maybe we'll find one. Okay? That's illegal. guys. Like, you want to know who the criminals are here? Them. Okay, that makes you the criminal, guy. Okay. So Grassley believes this email chain is another clear example of how federal law enforcement apparently was weaponized to try to get Trump at all costs. Yeah, I feel like we've probably established that. And now, as a bonus, I want to show you guys something amazing, dude. Okay. If you need reasons to try to evaluate which side you're on and why, okay? Like, you could dive into the issues. You can look at stories like this and kind of go, geez, I don't think I can be on the side that, was doing all this, or there's the much simpler way to do it, which is like, how would you describe the culture of this side versus that side? You're all, well, on our side, we have like all the cool, funny people are on our side. Okay. Everyone who's cool is on our side now. If you have not figured that out yet, you really need to look around. Like if you're a Democrat and you are like evaluating the culture, if you think you're on the team with the cool kids, you're not. Okay. You're not. And you want to know how I could say that so confidently? Is because let's say that you're at a high school, right? And like one side is all the guys that are joking around, they're the funny kids at school. And the other side are the screeching lunatics that are always, these jocks are ruining the fucking school. They're ruining the school. Okay, well, I mean, listen, dude. Okay, look at this. Look at Kyle Kalinske. I can't get enough of this dude, man. Oh my God, this is priceless. Okay, so the same guy who was like this MAGA right-wing lunatic in Minnesota, it's a proven fact he is MAGA. You're all. And then he finds out that he had been appointed to the Tim Walz Workforce Development Board, and he immediately posts, he's like, do not let any of these Trumpers convince you that he's not MAGA, okay? Oh, he got hired to a thing appointed by Tim Walz. Don't let this confuse you. That doesn't matter, okay? That's not a relevant thing, all right? You're all, hey, dude, I feel like maybe you're not being objective. I'm just saying, like, I think maybe you've gotten so worked up that you are not recognizing how stupid your positions are. Because spoiler, like, you're riding a dead horse here, guy, okay? But check this out. This is amazing, dude. Okay, he just posted this, okay? He posted this. It's not a reshare. He posted this, okay? No Kings 2.0 national protest. Yes, let's do it. Wait, on what day? 4th of July. Oh my God, dude. It's insane. It's insane. Like, I really, actually, man, I wonder if I could do an entire video on this, dude, because that's how insane this is, okay? On 4th of July, it's all, hey, so again, the cool kid's like, hey, what are you doing 4th of July? It's like, oh, we're getting a pontoon boat. We're going to be ripping around, all of our friends. Dude, we're in Texas now, so we could do as many fireworks as we want. I'm probably going to spend $2,000 on fireworks. We're just going to put on the craziest show for the kids. It's going to be fucking amazing, dude. Barbecue, pool, then the lake, it's on. And it's like, hey, what are you guys doing over there? They're all, we're protesting. We're taking to the streets. No more tyranny. You're all on 4th of July. They're like, yes, on 4th of July. God, you guys are fucking nerds, man. You guys are such nerds. And in case you needed more evidence of that, here's this guy. Look at.
All of us who voted for Kamala Harris look smarter and smarter every single day. All of us who voted for Kamala Harris look smarter and smarter every single day.
Hey, dude, you want to come to my barbecue on 4th of July? It's going to be awesome. He's all, well, I mean, I don't know. Did you say something about fireworks? It's like, yeah, fireworks. We're all going to light them off. He's all, what about forest fires? You're all, I mean, we're going to be like basically next to the lake. He's all, I don't feel comfortable with this. Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's right. Okay? Doesn't mean it's right. You fucking nerds. I think actually I just decided that I'm going to start this video off with a little segment on this because this is, yeah, so we're going to start and finish with these complete geeks. Anyway, I love you guys. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. Bye-bye.